Hi, my name is Gerhard Schwartner and welcome to Selling Power TV. Today we have the great pleasure of meeting with Meredith Elliott Powell, and she is a fantastic keynote speaker and published author. Welcome, Meredith.
Thank you. I'm super excited to be here. So ready for this conversation.
What do you see in the market right now in July 2022?
Wow, there is a lot going on in the marketplace right now. I mean, you think about this time last year, the biggest thing we were worried about was COVID. Now you've got inflation, you've got rising gas prices, you've got supply chain issues. What I see is a whole lot of uncertainty.
Uncertainty is really part of the human condition.
You can look back. I mean, think about world wars, economic depression, are all these levels of uncertainty. But if you're not paying attention to the past, if you're not learning to the past, this can seem overwhelming. Often when the market becomes uncertain, we pull back. We think, I don't really want to bother people. They've got a lot on their plate. They're dealing with a lot. That is so wrong. Your customers need you more than ever when the marketplace is challenging, because they need you in there helping them figure it out. You know, I think during uncertain times is really when we're selling. It's when we're at our best.
What is a good guide to help customers put things in perspective?
I think one of the most important things that we can do is help customers, first of all, listen to them. You can't get past fear if you don't get to articulate your fears. I mean, you have to get them out, and then helping them refocus on the things that they can control and finding the path forward.
What can we do to restore hope and faith in the future?
One of the greatest ways you can provide hope to people is help them look at the past and see not only have we been through challenging times before, but we have risen from the ashes so much better and so much stronger. I never tell people to be an optimist. Don't be like, the sun will come up tomorrow and everything's going to be great. I think you have to be real with people. It's going to be challenging, but there's so much opportunity on the other side. And I think that is the best hope we can provide people. Let's assume you and I are both going in to try to win over a customer. And you go in talking about the fact that inflation, rising gas prices, even the threat of COVID still laying there. You position it as opportunity, and I position it as downtrodden. You're the one that the customer is going to want to deal with.
Yeah.
You're the one who is going to be helping that customer transition to another level. Selling the product is secondary. I think what you said is selling hope and a path forward is really what we're doing.
So Meredith, tell me about your magic moment when you were on stage and you got a standing ovation.
It was in Dallas, Texas. It was 1999. I was speaking to over 400 sales professionals, most of whom the meeting planner had told me were seasoned sales professionals, which was code for these were kind of crusty old guys who didn't want to hear from a sales speaker. We were just heading into the shift of 2001. We were all worried about Y2K. And I positioned it as why Y2K was going to be your greatest opportunity to move the business forward, but you needed to be doing some things differently. And when I got done, this young man in the front stood up, started clapping for me, and one by one, everybody in the room stood up. I was just blown away. I really felt that what I was saying was so helpful and so valuable that I wasn't speaking from my head, I was speaking from my heart. Yeah. And the presentation was really about my audience. It wasn't about me.
Can you tell us about your book?
So my latest book is Thrive, Turning Uncertainty to Competitive Advantage. And long before we ever heard of COVID, I became obsessed with the word uncertainty. And I just started to think, why does uncertainty always have to be a negative? Why does it always have to be a bad thing? And how far could your business go if you believed that uncertainty always led to opportunity? And that put me on a mission. I wanted to find businesses and leaders who had done that. I found businesses, 9 companies that had been around for over 250 years, which meant they had been through everything we talked about, world wars, economic depression. And from that, I developed a 9-step formula, exactly what you need to do to turn any obstacle in front of you into major opportunity. And it's well-researched, backed up, but by both qualitative and quantitative research. And it takes the guesswork of how you need to navigate any kind of landscape you have to in front of you.
So we will have a link below that you want to click on to get Meredith's book from Amazon.com. Meredith, it has been an absolute pleasure getting to know you and interview you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Gerhard. I have loved it. Really appreciate the opportunity.